The Portland Trail Blazers have hired Los Angeles Clippers assistant Chauncey Billups as their new head coach on a reported 5-year contract, making him the 15th head coach in the franchise's history. With Lillard not in the picture anymore, we're delving into the world of the Trail Blazers and finding out how they'll fare with their new head coach, Chauncey Billups. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. The length of the deal is 5 years, which is relatively unheard of in the world of NBA coaching. Billups' Clippers are still alive in the playoffs but currently trail the Phoenix Suns 3-1 in the Western Conference Finals. Chauncey is a proven leader with an elite basketball IQ that has won everywhere he has been, said Blazers team president Neil Olshey. He is prepared for the challenge of developing the championship habits and strategic approach we need to achieve the expectations and goals for our franchise. Billups was also rumored to be in the mix for the Celtics head coaching job after having been drafted by the Celtics as their overall pick in 1997, but Billups played only 51 games for the franchise before being traded by Rick Pitino to Toronto. Blazers heavy-hitting star Damian Lillard publicly endorsed both Billups and Jason Kidd for their new jobs after Terry Stotts was fired. Lillard had a difficult time mentally processing the news that Terry Stotts and the organization were parting ways. "I love Terry," Lillard told The Athletic, "and I will miss him as my coach." But 9 seasons later, and after a string of successful games, Stotts and the Blazers agreed to his departure. "There are a lot of things being said, sometimes words being put in my mouth, and I haven't said anything," Lillard said Thursday following practice with the USA basketball team in Las Vegas. "All of the people who've covered me since I've been in the NBA, they know if there's something to be said, or if I think something or have something to say, I'm going to say it and I'm going to stand on it." When asked about who he thinks should replace Stotts, Lillard said it would be ideal if Stotts' replacement has experience. "I like Jay Kidd and Chauncey," Lillard said, referring to Lakers assistant Jason Kidd and Clippers assistant Chauncey Billups. A source close to Lillard said that he'd much prefer Kidd. He said it wasn't personal and was due to the fact that Kidd had experience in Brooklyn and Milwaukee, continuing on to support his background and experiences as an Oakland point guard. Portland's management continues to be captivated by Billups, who was a former point guard and NBA Finals MVP himself in Detroit. But before the news broke about Billups' 5-year contract, it was known that various NBA teams, including those in top markets, have been closely monitoring the situation on the ground in Portland. Teams are watching developments intensely, looking for an opening to make a crucial trade offer for the upcoming season. Billups remained tight-lipped about his new job until an official announcement was made by the Blazers. Billups, who has never been an NBA coach before, has been sought after for quite some time now. He had this to say while speaking to ESPN Reports about his new job on a live video chat. "I'm very excited and humbled to be the next coach of the Trail Blazers," Billups said. "Portland is a special place and a unique franchise. As a player, I always loved playing here because of the passion and knowledge of the fans brought out the very best in me as a competitor. Now I'm looking forward to being on the other side of that energy and engaging with the Portland community on a whole other level." He thanked Jody Allen, Burt Coldy, and Neil Olshey for their continued support and trust in him. Billups thanked his fans for their kind words, giving particular credence to those that have backed him for many years. "And most importantly, I want to say to the fans that I know what this team means to you, and I promise to pour every ounce to continue to make you proud of what the Trail Blazers stand for." The special thing about Billups is that he has a unique philosophy as a player who started off his career as a journeyman. As fate would have it, he eventually turned into a star, and a big one at that. He played for 4 different franchises before finding his feet in Detroit and winning the Finals MVP in 2004. Since then, Billups has worked as a presenter and broadcaster for the sporting news heavyweight ESPN. Throughout his time as a broadcaster, Billups said he's been offered many different jobs, including Cleveland's president of basketball operations. You might be surprised to find out that Billups also interviewed for the position of head coach with the Indiana Pacers last offseason, with the position eventually going to Nate Bjorkgren. We know that Billups has a lot of work ahead of him in the fragile Portland situation. The Blazers have lost in the first round in 4 of the past 5 postseasons, with general manager Neil Olshey indicating that he doesn't expect significant turnover on a roster that just finished 29th in defense. Lillard is now 30 years old, and even though he has endorsed the Billups hire, it's important to realize that he has never reached the finals and isn't particularly close to doing so at this moment in time. While he never expressed wanting to leave Portland, his NBA history strongly indicates that enough years without real title contention is enough to sway even the most loyal of players. The odds are that Billups is hands down Portland's best chance at evading that fate. Billups' hire upset some fans who expressed their concerns over a rape allegation dating back to 1997. The allegation was made against Billups when he was a rookie with the Boston Celtics. The new Blazers coach has denied all of the allegations and was never charged. In 2000, Billups settled a civil suit brought forward by his accuser. This predicament started when Lillard was asked on June 4th who he favored replacing Stotts as head coach. Both Yahoo Sports and The Athletic quoted Lillard as favoring either Jason Kidd or Billups. I was asked about names that have been floated out there, and of the ones that I heard floated out there, I said I liked Kidd and Chauncey, Lillard said. Immediately after making these comments, some fans all out rejected the idea of hiring either of the former All-Star point guards. According to Lillard, he said that he only found out about the controversial histories that enveloped both Kidd and Billups that weekend. Unsurprisingly, Kidd withdrew his name from the pot on June 6 to eventually become the new head coach of the Dallas Mavericks. Before Billups' new coaching position had been announced, several Blazers fans lobbied Lillard on social media to come out and publicly denounce him, with some even blaming him for the hire. Some have likened Billups' new position to a pressure cooker. The current roster is likely to be a bottom 4 playoff seed in the West. The Blazers haven't made substantial gains over the last season, and now that Lillard has decided to jump ship, has the coaching job completely changed? Well, this will put a lot of pressure on O'Shea to upgrade the roster. It doesn't matter what he said at the end of the season press conference, the team officials don't have faith in the current squad. Nobody's heard me say any of these things, Lillard said Thursday, but anything that I have to say, I'm going to say it directly to Neil, and I'm going to address it directly with my team. So I don't really have anything to say to you guys about it. Everything that I need to say and that I feel has been said to Neil. So there's really nothing else that I have to say about it. After the official hire was announced by the Trailblazers, the backlash continued. During the June 29th introductory press conference, O'Shea, the team's president of basketball operations, said that the Blazers were very confident following their own investigations that Billups was innocent of the alleged rape allegations brought before him. Our organization, Lillard said, they said they did a thorough investigation. They went through everything, and they went through the process of hiring a coach, and they did it in a comfortable way. We all watched on as the NBA Finals concluded on July 20th, with the NBA draft taking place on July 29th. The finals and the draft usually take place in June, which has led some to speculate when free agency is happening. Well, you won't have to wait long to find out. The answer will be revealed Monday, August 2nd at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That about sums up our video for today. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash the notification bell so that you can stay up to date with all of our latest videos. We also want to hear from you in the comments section down below. Do you agree with the Blazers' choice for their new head coach? Do you think that Lillard was right to defend Billups? Let us know down below.